Hello guys, it's John right here doing another Beyblade unboxing. This time we have WeissTiger 360 Unite. So, here's the box. You can see the owner on the back there, Shigeru. There's some of the other stuff there. So, I'm going to go ahead, cut the video, and get this all opened up and all out of the box. Alright, everything's opened up now, so of course we have the instructions as we typically do. Nothing too interesting about that, but yeah, anyway. As far as the parts go, we'll start with the ratchet because it is reused. That is, of course, 360. Yeah, 360, not a great choice in my eyes. It makes sense with the shape of the bay, but I think in that case, you use 960. Come on. This is a day one part. We don't need more of them. As far as, yeah, pairing it works well, but in terms of the color scheme, though, yeah, it looks really good. I like the white and black. It looks really, really cool. Again, wish this was 960, but everything else about this thing is at least, like, fine. Yeah, it's a ratchet. Anyway, next up we have the bit, and that is, of course, Unite. Now, Unite, really nice color, actually, but aside from that, it's, well, it's an interesting bit. You have the extra, burst resistance being a balance bit. And then we have this tip here. There's something or other about this being like having three different modes. Like the little ball in the center here is like defense mode, but like it doesn't stick out at all. Maybe if this thing's like low stamina and somehow spinning like perfectly upright, I mean maybe it stays still, but that's about it. I don't see this thing staying still very well. But yeah, then there's like the flat part here on the top, which is meant to be for attack, and then if you kind of tilt to the side, this is like a ball leg for stamina. Let me just say, this bit, this is like an anime gimmick. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, the defense mode, this ball doesn't stick out enough to do anything, so it's kind of worthless. And then also, why would you ever want to be tilting to the side for stamina? That doesn't make any sense at all. So this is kind of like a slower, more stamina-oriented taper. So kind of just like the slowest possible attack bit, effectively, with like the best stamina. And that's probably what you'd want to use this for. I don't see this thing being really anything else. Like, it doesn't really function properly. This could be intentional. I'll talk about that later, because I do think there might have been a reason to why they did this, and why the ball is like embedded in there, but we'll get to that. This bit, though, it's yeah, it's definitely something. Moving on to the blade. WeissTiger. So this is our new blade. It looks really good. I like the kind of gray for the gear chip color. Sticker looks really cool. I like the shape of this bay a lot, actually. It looks kind of crazy. Not a balanced shape in my opinion, but again, we'll get to that. Underneath, white, very cool looking. Definitely a fan of the blade design here. Like, really, really like this a lot. So yeah, really, really nice. As far as the gimmick goes, it has, all the different blades, but each part of the blade is meant to be kind of like a different type. You have the main attack blades, which are, these parts here, and they're meant to, give some nice attacks and whatnot. Cool. That's kind of what you expect. But then there's like these stamina parts, which like apparently these plastic parts are meant for stamina, I believe, and that doesn't really, yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe it gives like a slight stamina boost, but like it's not really going to be doing a whole lot. Also, these three holes here, these parts are meant to be defensive. It's meant to, defend, and like again, that doesn't really, like maybe slightly, but I mean, this is an attack blade. I'm just going to say right now, this is not going to be anything other than an attack blade. These are contact points for attack. This bay, it is a balance bay, but in my opinion, it just feels like an attack bay. I don't know why they... Well, I guess I know Shigeru has the whole thing where she only uses balance types, but like, why make this bay the way it is? I don't know. I do have a theory, I guess, to why this might be, but we'll talk about that later. Obviously, there's things like, like attack types are just like very popular from Takutomi, like to make them, so I guess they'd maybe just want to keep going with that, or I mean, balance types sometimes lean towards attack anyway, so there could be some stuff with that. But this one feels like especially attack oriented. But Anyway, before we get into any of that though, let's do the part weights actually. So let's check these out. Let's see how that is. So 360, we've seen this before. 6.32, okay. Unite, 2.15, fairly normal. And let's check out the blade, the most interesting part. Okay, 34.52. It feels like in line with like kind of a drawn sword type of weight. So again, kind of attack oriented it feels. The full combo here is going to be, let's see here. And the bit, if I could get that to stand. 43 exact, pretty solid weight, nothing like crazy, but you know, not bad either. Yeah, pretty decent. Let's go and put this whole bay together now. So, let me actually fix my focus. Alright, so WeissTiger, how does this thing look when put together? Alright, so here it is. WeissTiger 360 Unite. I like this thing a lot in terms of design. Yeah, this is nice. So, as far as why they might have gone this attack route, so for those who don't know, this is of course a Pendragon Bay. And the Pendragon Bays are based on the Bog Tenshu motifs, the same ones. This one being a parallel to Drigger. I think the reason, so this is like a kind of a Drigger reference bay. I think that might be why they went so attack oriented while considering a balance type, because there's 6 triggers, well, 6 main triggers, and only 4 of them are balance types, and some of those are pretty attack oriented, but Drigger V and Drigger G, I believe those are the 2 that are actually attack types. So it kind of switched around between balance and attack while just being, you know, kind of attack oriented in general for the most part, so I think it's possible that maybe they wanted to reference, you know, Drigger in that way by making kind of a balance type that's, you know, not really a balance type and is more attack oriented while still kind of being a weird in between of the two. I think that actually make a lot of sense if that was their goal. They achieved that, but it doesn't really help with the fact that this is a balance type that, I mean, the gimmicks that make it a balance type are kind of, you know, non-existent in a sense. It's just kind of, again, anime gimmicks, you know, they're not things that really apply to, you know, reality. So anyway, that said, my rating of this thing, in terms of its, like, thematic design with what it tried to do, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. It's pretty bad. Again, it's an attack type, but they try to give other things that say it's not, but, I mean, again, it really just isn't a balance type in a lot of ways. Again, there's like the trigger argument you could make, but like it doesn't help either. Yeah, this is it's just an attack bay. I don't think, again, like the whole bit thing, the 2 of the modes like aren't really real, I feel. I mean he has higher stamina, and I guess it like can defend if you get really lucky on like a perfect point, but like, because I was gonna say this is like a mix of taper and point, but it kind of just isn't, because since that, you know, part doesn't really stick out much. But yeah, but it is still primarily, you know, attack oriented. And the blade, yeah, this is an attack blade. Again, maybe has like a slight bit of extra bulk and stamina to it, but it's still attack oriented. However, that said, in terms of just pure design, how much do I like the way this thing looks? I'm actually going to give this thing a 10 out of 10. I don't give those out very often. I've only given a 10 to Drawn Buster, but I don't know, something about this design just works. I always like kind of monochromatic designs, and of course you have like a little bit of orange here on the sticker, plus, you know, Unite here, kind of break it up, and it looks really good. Plus, like, the physical design just looks great. I'm a big fan of this design, so I had to go to 10. I just like it that much, personally, so yeah, really great looking bay, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's basically everything for this bay. It's a weird one, because again, it's effectively just an attack bay that they call a balance type for whatever reason. Well, I guess there are some reasons, but you know, it feels weird anyway, but yeah. In terms of design, great bay, and yeah, this is our kind of first proper Pendragon bay as well, so next up should be Cobalt Dragoon. That should be a fun time. And then eventually, you know, Black Shell, but yeah, anyway. So that's about it for this video. Yeah, really well designed bay. Well, physically designed, again, thematically debatable. But anyways, yeah, that's everything. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye.